Hello everybody, welcome to this Rookie Division playthrough for all 9 holes in the Big Rig Tournament here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please hit thumbs up on the playthrough, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Talking you through replays and adjustments on screen for all 9 holes featuring the new hole locations on the Sequoia Creek. If you want to check out the hole locations in more detail, then please have a look at my new holes guide which is up on the channel. Lots more content available on the channel homepage as well, including the Putter Madness tournament if you are still indeed playing that one. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the new hole locations and how you get on through the tournament. Bear in mind these are general wind conditions only and not indicative of anything that we may receive from the game makers in terms of the actual tournament wind conditions. As always on the channel, true rookie clubs only. Here we go. Starting with hole number 1, which is a par 4. Now I'm going to play with the extra mile on the left hand side here, 4.2 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the left with a katana ball. Setting up at max distance with the power 2 ball. First bounce in the middle of the fairway, ball guide pointing centre fairway as well. Then we're going to adjust max distance 10% elevation. If you don't want to play this shot, you could play over on the right-hand side as well, but I have an eagle drop to show you here, playing left-hand side, or you could bounce over with a lot of topspin if you are able to. Perfect ball away, and the max plus 10 adjustment means we bounce very nicely in the centre of the fairway, and the ball checks up, not threatening the rough at the end, but still a good distance of 303 yards. Second shot, we're going to play with our short iron. If you want, you can play a rough bump with 2 bars of topspin, catching the downslope if you want to be more aggressive and you have 2 topspin available. But if not, here is an eagle playing with between 3 and 4 bars of backspin. Add your spin. I want to bounce on that small downslope, aim at the pin, leave the ball guide short accordingly. And here the adjustment is true club distance plus 5. So that's TC on the screen. So find the max line, find the minimum distance line and work out where you are in distance of your club. This one is played in between mid and max, around 70% slider. If the slider is new to you, check out the Academy tutorial playlist on the channel homepage. So here, adjusting 70% slider, 5% elevation, aiming at the pin with the backspin, and a perfect ball here is going to have a very good chance of a drop with good estimation given to your club distance. There we see the backspin grabs and we drop it beautifully for an eagle on hole number 1. We have a hole-in-one to show you here on hole number 2. I'm playing with a sniper, but you don't have to use a sniper, you can play with a Viper instead. Going with 3.5 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the left, playing with a Titan so I've got room to adjust even if I have headwind angle. Adding my spin, finding the position, top of plus 2 with a sniper at level 6, and I'm aiming with a second bounce just beyond the rough because the tailwind will carry me slightly further on. So leaving the ball guide short, adjusting max plus 20. Max plus 20 here. If you've got high level clubs, you can of course play with a rough bump, but you need a lot of backspin. So for true rookies, it's going to beat the bounce over shot, but still a decent chance. Perfect ball away. We could end up putting a little bit more backspin on this one. Comes in slightly hot, but it hits the pin and drops for a lovely hole-in-one on this par 3. Hole number 3, always a tough hole to get an albatross on, but I'm showing you a super safe route for the eagle. I do recommend you go with the berserker ball, that is a power 5 ball, as it will make the second shot much easier. Playing with the quarterback for the accuracy, minor great left, minor great right will still be absolutely fine. I'm not playing with any top spin or back spin, but I'm using 2 bars of side spin to the right, setting up with the blue ring touching the rough at plus 22 yards with the quarterback level 6. Adjustment here is maximum distance, 10% elevation, so max plus 10 on this one, power 5 settings, as that is of course the ball we're using. Then we're going to take our shot, no overpower needed, we just want to hit a nice perfect ball. Like I said, great ball is of course fine as well, but a perfect ball is of course what we want. Drive approaches the end of the fairway very nicely, and you're looking for a drive distance of around 306 yards, give or take. Second shot, we will need a wood club with distance, and this is where a power 5 ball comes in, because we don't want to go with too much overpower, especially using the big dog with low accuracy. I go with 3.5 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the left here, add your spin and set up close to max distance with the second bounce halfway into the rough patch. The aim here is to get safely onto green for the eagle rather than attack the pin for the albatross, especially with this new pin location. Could take a little bit of topspin off here. We do come in a little bit too long, but it's still going to leave us with an easy putt for the eagle. Adjust max +5 takes me a little bit into overpower, so I add a couple of clicks of overpower on and playing with outer wall curl to the left. You don't have to do that. It will bring you slightly more into the pin, but of course we don't want to risk hitting the bunker with our second bounce. But there you go, it takes us very nicely onto the green. A little bit less topspin would end up closer to the pin, but still we're putting for the eagle. Very close on hole number 4 here. Going to play with a navigator ball, and the example I've got here is with the Viper, but again you can use the Sniper if you have it. Going with just under 4 bars of backspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. We have cross headwind here in this example, and setting up with a second bounce in the middle of the fringe, and then the ball guide aiming at the pin as best we can. In the video, I play max +10% elevation. However, you'll see here from the result of the shot, this is over-adjusted slightly. So my recommendation, especially in this wind angle, would be as a tweak to go max +5 instead. Just gives us slightly less adjustment and would have a better chance of dropping for the hole in one. However, even with this first look at the hole, we come in very nicely, just missing to the right. So max +5 would have been a good tweak in that situation. Very good chance for a hole in one. Hole number 5, going to show you an aggressive option here in tailwind angle. Good to try and get to the green or close if we can, but it is an aggressive route, so may not be for everyone. Going with max topspin with the extra mile level 6 and 2 bars side spin to the right. We aim close to the tree, add your spin, look at the aim point and also the second bounce. This is, like I said, a bit of a daring shot. We go max +10, pushing the rings because the trees are in the way. Then I don't push up to max because going with overpower, 4 rings of overpower gives me a slower needle. Half a ball of curl to the right, and again, you want to try and hit perfect here. Great left, great right with the accuracy of the extra mile level 6. Will most likely end up clipping the rough and rolling out or getting stuck in the rough. But a perfect ball rolls down very nicely. If you have a driver with more topspin, go with that because you'll get on the green. 406 yards. Second shot, I'm using the Endbringer School method, which is a very well-known method up in the higher divisions, but we can use it in rookie regardless of what wedge you have. Find out how to use this method by looking at my quickfire Endbringer tutorial on the Academy playlist link on the channel home page. Finding our club distance, no spin, ball guide to hole, and we play with 15% elevation. I estimate this one to be 55% slider. That is a measurement where the pin stands in between your ball and max distance of club. Perfect ball away here. If you don't want to use this method, you can just eyeball it and play by feel instead, or go with max topspin, whichever is preferred. But in tailwind, we want to try and get an eagle on this par 4. Hole number 6 is very difficult for true rookie clubs. We've got a safe eagle here and almost got a drop for the albatross. We've got a nice zoom in as well. Going with the quarterback for the curl and a katana or a kingmaker because you need 3 bars of side spin. So 2.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right, and we're adjusting max +10 from the top of +2 yards with the quarterback level 6. Perfect ball away with full curl to the right, which is approximately 1.5 ball of curl. Perfect ball bounces nicely before the rough and rolls down on the fairway. Don't need to go any further than that. If you've got a driver with more curl, then that would be advantageous. It would just reduce the tree being in the way for the second shot. We're absolutely fine here though, and here again we need 3 bars of side spin, and we're playing with backspin with a wood club with distance, so go with the big dog as you may be short if you have the Viper or the Sniper. 3.5 backspin, 3 bars side spin to the left, finding our position there, aiming just right of pin because the wind will push us to the left. If you're worried about the tree being in your way, you can of course set up further to the right, especially with crosswind from left to right, and play with more curl. I'm at mid distance of club, so I play mid +10. And then here I don't go with any curl. If you're worried about a great left, play with some left curl to compensate and take the tree out of the equation. We don't want to jeopardise the eagle here. We want to make sure that is absolutely locked in the bag. Perfect ball, backspin grabs very nicely. We get a zoom in, just missing the albatross, but honestly, be happy with an eagle on this tough par 5. Very close for an eagle on hole number 7, but an excellent opportunity nonetheless. Going with the extra mile, and I'm going to go with a Titan in the end. Playing directly over the rough. If you've got low-level clubs, you will have to bounce over instead, but extra mile 6 is going to be fine to go directly over with a power 3 ball. 1.5 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right, aim on the middle of the fairway. They're at max distance, adjusting max plus 10. And we don't need any push-up or any curl here. Play a standard shot. Headwind, this shot would need you to go with some overpower, so you may need to rethink according to your clubs and what shots you like to play. But a perfect ball bounces very nicely there and rolls towards the end of the fairway. Drive distance of 339 yards. That is going to be absolutely fine for a short iron second shot. Using the thorn, other short irons will work nicely as well, so go with what you have. And we're going to play here true club distance plus 10% elevation. I play a no spin shot and make sure the ball guide is further back from the hole because we don't have a fully developed ball guide. I would like you to aim slightly to the left of pin. Here I go with 1 click to the left of the pin. It's not enough, and that's because there's a little slope on the green which you can't see with the lack of ball guide. I play mid plus 10 because I'm at mid distance of my club. If you have a shorter drive, you would need to maybe add a little bit to your adjustment. And the reason I want you to aim on the left-hand side of the pin or the cup is, as you can see here, this one misses just to the right. So compensate for that slope on the green here when you aim up and line up your second shot, and you'll have a very good chance for the eagle indeed. On hole number 8, we're going to play a no movement target. So start the hole with the wood club and the ball that you want to use, in this case the navigator, and then you don't need to move the target at all until you want to adjust. I'm going with 2.8 backspin in tailwind and as much right spin as is needed to aim at the pin. It's about just under half a bar of right spin. I go with 0.4. But I needed a little bit more, and you'll see why in a moment. Mid plus 10 is the adjustment. Obviously, if you have crosswind or headwind, then you need to tweak your backspin down to around 2 to 2.5 bars, depending on the wind angle, but still a no movement target shot works very nicely. Just needed 1 click more of side spin with our mid plus 10. So the no movement target shot is a good approach, in my opinion, on hole number 8. Finishing then with hole number 9, and we have an albatross opportunity here which I want to show you. 2.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left with the quarterback. We need a kingmaker here really for distance on the second shot, as well as side spin on the drive. So add spin, red ring touching the rough with the quarterback level 6, second bounce on the next piece of fairway. The adjustment is max plus 10, which for this adjustment here is 1-on-1. So for 2.6 wind, I just 2.6 rings. Here, I don't go with any overpower, but it is full left curl. If you have a little bit more topspin available, I would recommend you add maybe a few more clicks just to get a bit more distance on the drive. You could go with maybe a few clicks of overpower as well, just to make sure you get a better placement for your second shot to attack the pin for the albatross. But if not, you're still going to get your eagle. This is a rough bump with the horizon. If you don't fancy this shot, then absolutely bounce over from the fairway there just off camera and take your eagle that way. But with the horizon, the ball guide gives us opportunity to attack the pin. A little bit of top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left. It will vary depending on your drive, and in headwind you would need overpower, so you might want to rethink your strategy in headwind. But here is a decent look at it. Find a sticky spot with your spins added. Like I said, you'd need to vary them depending on your position, and find that area where the ball guide can remain in the pin if you move your target slightly. Max plus 10 is the adjustment, catches the rough very nicely, does need a slight tweak, but it comes in with a good speed, just missing to the side there, but a decent look and a very easy tap-in for the eagle. Thank you very much for watching this playthrough. Hope you found the content useful, and please do tell your friends about the content here on the channel as well. It would be greatly appreciated. Finally, join us over on Facebook, the BK Golf Clash Facebook group. Over 10,000 members, shot sharing, free guides and great discussion points as well. So head on over there, totally free to join. Thank you for watching and good luck.